Hi guys and welcome back to JankQuest. Today we're looking forward to the release of Obsidian Flames on the 11th of August. With pre-releases already underway, we wanted to run through our top 5 picks of the cards that you should be looking out for in the set. So let's move into it. In at number 5, we're looking at our first supporter card, Rhyme. So Rhyme's a new supporter option which combines draw power with gusting, allowing you to draw 3 cards and switch your opponent's active to the bench. However, your opponent does get to choose that new active, much like Escape Rope. So while good, we're not expecting this to be a staple in every deck, although it will see a decent amount of play in certain decks. I can imagine this working well with cross-switcher plays. If this card had allowed the user to choose the new active, it would be completely broken, so we can understand why it has been made this way. In at number 4, we're cheating a little bit here with the list by including both of the new stadium options. So both have their uses, which made it difficult to separate them, so we're including them both here. Pokemon League Headquarters increases the attack cost of all basic Pokemon attacks by 1 colourless energy, which at first may seem underwhelming. However, this could be the first soft reset we're seeing to combat the prevalence of Lost Box, which typically plays low energy counts on low energy cost Pokemon. So being able to increase that attack rate by 1 will allow you to have potentially a devastating effect in the late game when you see your opponent frantically searching for a second energy for their Sableye play. This card could potentially win you the game. If it proves to be a popular inclusion, it may also start to make people steer towards stage 1 and 2 decks to avoid the penalty. Town Store, on the other hand, provides much needed draw for tool cards, which since they became their own category with the introduction of Scarlet and Violet have become more difficult to consistently get hold of. This is of course outside of Arvin, which also ironically got a reprint in this set. However, Town Store allows each player to once per turn search out a tool card, reveal it and put it in their hand. Given its versatility and the draw support it offers, we expect it to see a decent amount of play for decks that rely on tools, such as Rillaboom EX, which unfortunately doesn't make this list, or for the increased chance of hitting that Forest Seal Stone early on in the game when it's needed. In at number 3, we have Glamora EX, which is an interesting card. While for 2 fighting energy, its Poisonous Gem attack will hit for 140 and leave the active Pokemon poisoned. Its ability Dustfield that we are more interested in. This has the potential to be disruptive to a number of decks who rely on a strong setup such as Gardevoir or Chien-Pao. The ability states that while in the active spot, your opponent can't have more than 3 bench Pokemon. Being a stage 1, it can be relatively easy to get this into play on turn 2, really give your opponent some tough decisions to make regarding their setup, forcing them to discard Pokemon that they may not be able to recover. As this only works while it's in the active, you also have the potential to reuse this ability to limit your opponent continuously throughout the game, with various switching options should they attempt to refill their bench space. Number 2 sees the introduction of Pidgeot EX, and it comes in here for its insanely good ability in the form of Quick Search. So this ability allows you to once per turn, search your deck for any card and put it into your hand. Although you can't use more than 1 Quick Search ability per turn, this is scarily good, effectively giving you access to Forest Seal Stone each turn. If utilised correctly, you should always be able to place yourself in an advantageous position alongside other draw you may have and supporter options. It makes stringing more complex plays together easier more frequently. Although it should be bared in mind that Pidgeot EX is a stage 2, which comes with the caveat of being able to get it into play before your Pidgey or Pidgeotto is targeted down by the opponent. This will be more achievable for the most part with Rare Candy, allowing you to skip the stage 1, and having Manaphy in play will provide you with sniping protection, although you remain vulnerable to boss or cross-switcher plays. However, we still believe this trade-off is worth it for the ability, and Pidgeot EX is also a colourless Pokemon, allowing it to slot into any deck to add consistency. And for 2 colourless energy, its Blustery Wind attack will hit for 120 and remove a stadium in play. Expect to see Pidgeot EX being teched into a bunch of decks moving forward. And our number 1 choice, in first spot, you've probably already guessed it, but we have none other than the poster boy, Terra-type shifted Charizard EX. Obsidian Flames is the first time we are seeing these type shifted Terra Pokemon, as we did in games, and Charizard coming in as a Dark type. The usual Terra rule applies, and when benched all damage is prevented, however being type shifted brings in a new dynamic, providing additional type coverage but also additional type weaknesses. In this case, it's Grass for Charizard, meaning that you're protected from water attacks which would usually hit for weakness against fire types such as Charizard. However, you will still be using fire energies to attack, which for 2 energies, Charizard EX will hit for 180 plus 30 for each prize card your opponent has taken, giving you a maximum output potential of 330, easily capable of KOing all Pokémon V-Star, and all but a few VMAX and EXs. However, combine this with a Vitality Band for an extra 10 damage, and you are hitting perfect numbers to KO anything, making Charizard EX a fantastic attack out and comeback card. This is also true for when your opponent has only taken a few prize cards. 1 prize plus a Vitality Band gives you 220, which will take out all Vs, where 3 prizes plus Vitality Band will give you 280, taking out all V-Stars. Defiance Band also works nicely, providing you are behind in the prize race, adding an additional 30 damage rather than 10. This also provides nice synergy with pre-existing disruption cards such as Iono. However, Charizard is also supported by a fantastic ability, Infernal Rain, which when it is played from your hand to evolve one of your Pokémon, you can search your deck for up to 3 basic fire energies and attach them to your Pokémon in any way you like. This energy acceleration instantly allows you to have a secondary attacker powered up and ready to go, or even power up your primary attacker from the bench, while Charizard waits to take the advantage of your opponents taking prizes. And that concludes our top 5 list, so as always, thank you for watching, and if you haven't already, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. At JanQuest, we're also pleased to now be affiliate partners with Magic Madhouse, so if you're looking to pick up any of the set as we are, why not use our affiliate link in the description below, or scan the QR code you can see now on your screen. This will help support the channel even more. Until next time, take care.